Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Inhabitmars channel. Laura saying hi. So, are you welcoming everybody? Say hi, everybody.
Hi, buddy.
I got my helper today, and somewhere behind me, wife is. The other one's out in the living room watching TV. Today, we are going to look at this video that Chris posted on the 10th. It's called Vehicles and High-Tech Ruins Found on Mars. Alright. This is a really cool image. Let me go to images. Oops, got the wrong one up. Hold on, let me switch over here. Okay, we'll do Chris's burn first. This right here is the burn that Chris did on this. And he brought out some really cool stuff. He actually burned more of this, but I just snipped this part just to show you. My burn came out pretty good. I'm getting better at burning stuff, but the only thing that didn't come out as well, I think, is this piece right here. This actually looks like it has some height to it in its burn. So I didn't get that real well. I've still been trying to figure out what's right here, whether this is a boat turned on its side or some other type of structure. But this is not a regular hill. This here is a structure. And we went ahead and worked on the stuff that's in this area. There's a lot of stuff in this area. He pointed out several of these things. He spent some time on this. This looks like some sort of frame, and I'll show you what it looks like in the model. And this is actually a separate piece that's sitting just off to the side of it. But you can see what it looks like an axle going through here, and there's even a support piece that runs across to hold the axle like a leaf spring or something. All right, so that's there. I got this piece modeled here. This piece here, which I think this came out a little better. Well, he has two burns that he did, two ways that he enhanced it, and his other enhancement, this one comes out better. What, sweetie? Your what? Your hat? I don't know where your hat is. Here, wear this one. You want this hat? Well, that's the only one I got. There you go. All right, so, but I didn't snip his other burn because I actually did a burn, and this is my enhancement here. And I got to point out some stuff before we go over to Blender. Let's zoom in here. But yeah, some of this looks a little bit better. Like this piece right here, this looks like some sort of frame piece, and then there's actually what looks like an axle sitting in front of it, and you can see that in his burn and mine, in fact. All right, so we got that, and then this piece here. These look like definitely mechanical pieces, and there's what looks like either a boat turned on its side or something. But what's interesting is this looks like a pathway coming down into this area. Oh, this is what I want to point out. So the rover tracks, you can see there's the right track going up here, and it stops right about here, and then the left track obviously follows, and it stops somewhere in here. So they got up pretty close to these objects, because these objects are sitting right here. There's actually one here. I haven't got around to that one yet. That one looks pretty cool. But this is what I wanted to point out. They ran over something right here. You can see how the tracks come up right here. And this looks like some sort of plate. And then there's a second plate underneath it right here. So without further ado, let's go over to Blender. Oh, no, all right. And then on this hill, way back here, this actually looks like a building. You see a window on this side, a window on this side. There's actually one on the side, and maybe a door right here. So I went ahead and modeled that. But this honestly looks like an automotive junkyard. I mean, there's automobile parts everywhere. Like this piece right here looks like a bumper. You got pieces that look like axles. Like right here looks like an axle. This looks like an axle coming across the front of this to right here to here. This is a pretty cool piece. This looks like part of an undercarriage for a vehicle, and I'll show you that in the model. And then some sort of spindle or axle or something right here, but I'll show you what that one looks like. So let's get over into Blender. All right. So here's the same scene, the same image, I should say, we used for our scene. I just put a little bit of color into it, just to make it look a little more natural. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the models. Let's do that. All right, so now we got the models turned on. Now let's start. I want to start with these rover tracks. It comes up here, and you can see as it gets right up in here, it ran over something right here. So let's move this out of the way. Let's move it on the Z. Okay, so there you go. It's got these slots in it. There's two plates, one here, and this one's actually sitting just below it like this. You can see how this one kind of overlaps it, like this. And they sit one on top of the other. And it's either hollow in this middle part, which is the way I modeled it hollow, because I didn't know if those should be faces coming down, or if it should just be hollow. So I modeled them hollow, and it's got this raised ridge right here. This one's pretty thick, as you can see. And the second one, I couldn't tell if it was just as thick, but I modeled it just a little bit thinner. But yeah, that's what these look like. And then it's got this V section at the bottom right here. Can you see that in here? All right, so that piece right there is right here, and it may be split, but I couldn't tell. So I went ahead and still left it together. There's some little details on these things. I don't know if they're holes in the metal or rusted parts, or if it's metal. It's just assuming it's metal. Whatever it is, even the weight of the rover didn't crush this stuff down. It's still, so it's probably pretty solid. I think there's 100 and something pounds on each wheel. Well, the weight on Mars would be 100 and something pounds. It'd be less than 200 pounds on each wheel, but still, you know, if it's any kind of thin metal, you think it would crush down. Hi. But that's those plates. Okay. Let's go to this debris on this hill here. Okay, we'll start. This is probably the easiest piece. Now, this section right here of this piece is actually buried in the regolith. Let's go on the Y. Oops. Control Z. There we go. Okay. So here's this piece here, and you can see that axle right here running across, and then something is sticking up in front of it, and there's the rest of it right there. So that's the axle, and then this looks like metal plating going across, but it's like rusted or something. You can see the sides of this. I'm sorry about my voice, it's still real rough from all this flu, cold, whatever we've had. But that's kind of what this one looks like. And like I say, this lower section would be buried in the regolith, as you can see in the image here. Let me that's the right way. See that? It comes actually up a little bit and then across. Or this is another piece right here, which it could be. And that's that piece there. Now this is cool. This looks like a car frame to me. Let's move you on the Y. I spent some time trying to get this right, and these pieces in here, I'm not 100% sure I have them right, but it's pretty close to what it should be in the image. I can see these ribs that stick out as some sort of motor, maybe electric motor, or maybe it's transmission or something, but this definitely looks like a car frame. You can see this on both sides. And then there's actually some cross pieces that go across. You can see these bars. I'll show you. I'll rotate the model here in a minute. And then there was a piece here. It's got like rectangular pieces and then two that stick out like this. So let's rotate around him and see what he looks like. There you go. That thing looks pretty cool. And there was another piece that was on the end of it that's down here. So I really hope they actually give us a higher grade image. This is a pretty fresh image, so it's still a low res image. They haven't processed it or anything other than the basic processing they do at the beginning. But that piece looks pretty cool. Okay. And then, oh, and this is the piece that's sitting in front of it. I'm going to hide this one. This is some sort of cart or something. Let me move that down. Oops. If I click on it. Okay. So the backside is a little hard to see, but it's right along here, comes over to right here, and then comes down and across. This may be a plate that sticks out. It's what it kind of looks like. I didn't model that because I'm not exactly sure, but you can see the vertical pieces here, and just, I guess that's a plate. I may go back and fix that because you can see the vertical piece over here. There's something round on the front on this far side right here. And then look at this round collar. This comes out at angles, and then it goes into this big collar. I don't know if something hooks up to it, or this cart, that's the way it hooks up to a vehicle or something. This is what this one looks like from what we could tell. And it has, this is that brace piece, I guess, to hold the axle. It's either like a leaf spring or something that holds that axle in place. And it looked like the other one on this other side was missing. Can you see, or do I need to move that? Let's hide that one. So either we couldn't see it because this other piece is in front of it, or it's missing, because this is the side of the cart as it goes back, and then this piece right here, which is this one right here, which at first I thought this part was part of this axle, but it's not. Go ahead and hide still. And then let's move. Let's see, Control Z. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's hide you. This is actually a separate piece. And let's see, with the lighting, I'm going to be able to see it a little better. Move you to the right. I thought at first it was all one piece, but it's not. This is this piece here. It comes across. You can see these rods as they go across. And these like square pieces on both ends, you just barely make those out, but they're there. And it looks kind of like this. This is what we got here. So that was pretty cool. How am I doing on time? Almost time already. Alright, and then it's got on this side, I didn't see it on this side, but on this side I can see this piece that kind of sticks out like that. So that's that piece. And, well, I could show you it. You can kind of make it out in this image. And then it's hidden by this piece right here, but that's the piece that comes out. And I think it was better in Chris's burn for that part. Alright, so that's that one. Let's see, let's unhide. Okay, those. In fact, this is supposed to be front like that, so I can see it. Alright. Okay, so then there's it. I still gotta hide this. It's still in the way. Okay, then there's this piece here, and there's a lot of little pieces. This was a cool, cool image. It's obfuscated, but it's very little obfuscated. Uh, in fact, really not much. It was just bringing stuff out. It's low res is the main thing. But this is this piece here, and this is what this looks like. It's got this piece on it, and it's not quite centered on the top. It's over to the left. See how it comes up from the left side, and then it blooms outward. This is what that looks like right there. So that was pretty cool. Don't know what it is, but that's the shape that it has. Let's see. Did I do the... Oh, and this piece. This looks like a transmission, a heavy-duty transmission for something. This is cool. So it's got this box on the top, and the back wall may be missing. I went ahead and put it in anyway. And it's got this gear-like thing on the front. And then it's got that piece that extrudes out from there, like that. And it actually looks geared on the front. Let me see if it's better. Not really, I probably should take the color back out and you'll be able to see it better. But this is kind of what that one looks like. And there was some stuff inside of this box, but you can't really make out what it is right here. So if it's a transmission of some sort, this is going to be your transmission oil pan, and that would be your siphon pump that siphons the oil up and runs it through the transmission. But yeah, it kind of has this shape. I'm not sure if I have this exactly right, obviously, because it's buried in the regolith, but there's, you can see it sticking out the back of it. It's this kind of angle, see it, and that's that piece. Let's do that, and then this piece. Well, I tell you, every time I close Blender, stuff moves. I have this stuff lined up. No, it's not even lined up. It rotated. Scale. There we go. And this looks like a car bumper. That's what this one looks like. Let me move this out of the way. We'll go up on the Z. There we go. That's that piece right here. And you can see it's curved at the top. Well, it's rounded and beveled. And it's got this piece right here, like maybe part of a heavy duty bumper or something. I'm not sure. But that's what that looks like. How am I doing? Oh, gotta hurry. Alright, so that's just some sort of beam. I'm not going to go into that, but this is what I wanted to show you. This looks like some sort. See these poles, and there's probably 4 of them because these are on one side of this cylinder. I'm gonna hide that. This is what that thing looks like. What it is, I don't know, but that looks cool. That's what, and I have no idea what's on the other side because it goes into this mess right here, whatever that is. But let's hide that. And this, well, let me hide that. This looks like the undercarriage for a car. I don't know if that's what it actually is, but this is the shape that it has or what it looks like. Some sort of bracket or something. Mounting plate, I have no idea. But it looks like it would go in her car, and that's right there. And that's that piece. I forgot to mention, oh, I forgot to mention this part. There's a building up here. I figured this was like a automotive junkyard. So, well, I had to make a sign for them. Their sign fell down. I couldn't find their sign. I looked all through the dirt and I couldn't find their sign. So I made a new.
What if there wasn't a sign?
I made a new sign for them, so everybody knew where to get parts at. So there's Marvin's atomic pick your part for you. But actually, there's a building up here, and it looks like a path coming down. And then,
Couldn't resist.
no, I couldn't. Just to have a little fun. This right here, if anything in this image is obfuscated, it was this, what looks like a building right here. That was the only thing. And if I go back to the image, you can see it right here.
Okay.
And it looks like a building.
I got one side, and I got 2 sides.
Oh.
I got 4 more to go. Go on. I can do it.
Well, I'm almost done. You're supposed to do it before the end of the video. But there you go. So if you need car parts when you're on Mars, just remember to look up in the Martian phone book, Marvin's Atomic Pick Your Part. He's got all the parts you need. As you can see, what we showed you here, he's got everything. Bumpers, car frames, engines, transmissions, anything you could think of, it's right here. So just remember, go to Mount Sharp, look up Marvin's Atomic Pick Your Part. And the prices are really good too. So
Free?
no, they're not free, but you know he's got some really good deals. So just remember, when you need car parts, call up Marvin. He'll help you out. All right, you guys. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah.
Don't worry about watching the video. Just watch me.
Yeah. But all right. Yeah, share this with everybody, and you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Better hurry up.
I'm almost done. Don't worry. I'm telling you, don't end that video.
I got to.
Not yet. Almost done. At least with the orange. And then you can cut it.
Well, so we're going to be here a few more minutes.
And then we pop out the piece. orange, blue, and white.
Alright, so we'll see you guys on the next video. Enjoy your day, and be safe out there.